Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. Joining as always is your host, Trent D'Alti, and it is the preview episode as we preview all the action coming up in the round 16 in the AFL. I'll give my preview, my tips, my predictions. We'll go over the Up the Guts tipping competition to see how everyone is standing. So, obviously, getting into the back end of the season now, and thank God it is the last round of the buys, because next year, can the AFL sort it out and have the buys just over one week or so? Because it's absolutely ridiculous. But without further ado, let's go over and check out how the Up the Guts tipping competition is going. Let's go. All right, in the Up the Guts tipping competition, you'll see below here, if you're watching this on YouTube, in top spot on 91 points is Dalla, so he's doing well on top of the ladder there. My dad, Glenn, is on second spot, also on 91. Third place is Corey, my brother, on 90. And fourth place is my mum, Wendy, on 88. Hodgie's moved up to fifth place on 88, so he's coming in close, coming in hot for Wendy. Dos Miller stays in sixth spot. Chris drops down from 5th to 7th. Zach stays in 8th. I, myself, jump up 2 spots to 9th on 85. JD Hawks fan joins me, jumping up to 10th on 85. Elaine goes down to 11th on 84. Logan Mate goes down to 12th on 83. Big Pistol stays in 13th on 81. Connor moves up to 14th on 77. Will drops down to 15th on 76. Tommy Sin stays in 16th on 74. And Basti stays in 17th on 64. So that's how the Up the Guts tipping competition is going, getting into the back end of the season to see who can take it away. There's a big fight up the top there between a few. Dalla, Glenn, Corey, Wendy, Hodgie, Dos, Chris are probably all in the market there. They're probably the ones that can do it. Who can do it? Well, I guess we'll find out. But without further ado, let's get into previewing the round 16 action of footy. All right, so we start off with Thursday night down at the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide v Carlton. Now, I believe Port Adelaide have a debutant. I'm just recalling if I go on Supercoach, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I have heard whispers about it, and but it's not on the AFL, their Instagram at all yet. But Manny Liddy, their mid-season rookie, I think he's very close to getting a game. As for Carlton, they need to make some changes, and they've gone in and made 2 changes to bringing in 2 debutants. So they've gone in and brought in defender Billy Wilson, and they've also gone and got Flynn Young. Not sure where Flynn Young plays. And as you can see here, I'm having a look at their stuff. I'm going to guess Flynn Young looks a bit like... yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not too sure. But Flynn Young and Billy Wilson, congratulations to them for making their debuts. As for the game itself, Carlton need to come out and make a statement. Vossi's been on the back foot. Cripps has had to come out and defend his team as the captain. He's had to really come out and defend him. And I think Port Adelaide haven't been terrible lately ever since Zach Butters coming back into the side. They haven't been really bad. Connor Rosie looks like he's playing a bit more midfield time. And ever since Jason Horne-Francis come back, he's playing predominantly as a forward, and he's been unreal since coming back. So I think at the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide should get this done, and I think they could get this done quite comfortably. Mind you, comfortably to me, I'm going to say 22 points. Then we go to Friday night, the SCG, the Sydney Swans v the Bulldogs. Now, there are a couple of big ins there for the Swans last week. Papley, Goulden, all came in to the side. I believe there's one more coming in. Obviously, Mills is playing a bit more consistent footy now and playing some really good consistent footy down at halfback, not as a midfield, exactly where he needs to be playing, so he can direct the troops down there. It's where he's best played, intercepts well and uses the ball really well. As for the Bulldogs, they love smashing the bottom end teams, but can they go over to Sydney and get it done? Is Sydney starting to find their feet now with the new players coming in? I know they didn't play amazing last week, especially their goal kicking, but if they had kicked straight, they would have got the job done quite comfortably. So, is it a challenge for the Bulldogs? Mind you, I'm going to be going the Bulldogs. I just don't know who they're going to play on Sam Darcy. And I think it's going to be a really interesting battle between the midfields. I think that's what's going to be on watch for this game. Marcus Bonapelli, Tom Liberatore, Ed Richards against Heaney, Warner, Goulden. Then McInerney runs through there. For Swans, Kennedy runs through there for the Bulldogs. I think it's going to be an unreal matchup, and that's where the game could be won or lost through that part of the ground. And then Brodie Grundy and Tim English going at it in the ruck. I think that could be a really interesting one, and could be by the end of the day makes the result by the end of the game. But yeah, I'm going to be going the Bulldogs for this one. Then Saturday, we go over to People First Stadium at Gold Coast v Melbourne. We know Gold Coast very, very rarely lose at home. And I thought last week they coughed up a lead that they really shouldn't have. They should have won that game. They dominated through the midfield. Anderson had 42. Miller had 37. Rao had 34. They were dominant through there. Anderson's becoming a really, really staple player in the competition. He's top 10 in the competition, in my opinion, at the moment. As a player, just consistently impacts the games, hits the scoreboard, gets meters gained, uses the ball well, and is a kicker, not a handballer. So I think the Gold Coast Suns get this one done quite comfortably. Dimmer would have gave him a bit of talking to after that, bit of squeaky going on there, but would have gave him a bit of a talking to after that game. Wouldn't have been one he wanted to have dropped, and they'll look to bounce back. And I think they could bounce back in a big way here. You could be looking at a 30, 40-point victory here over Melbourne. Then we go to Utah Stadium, 4:15 p.m, and it is the Hawks v North Melbourne, the 2-0 Tasmanian team. Now, let's not beat around the bush. The Hawks should get this done, and I'm saying the Hawks get this done by about 40 points. They should overrun him. North are showing signs. I'm really liking him ever since Sheasel gone in the midfield too. When LDU's on, it's really good. Tom Powell as a midfielder is where he plays his best footy. Gets the clearances, gets the ball out to the running players. He's really good. Zerha's in some unreal form. Paul Curtis, Jai Simpkin, when they showed some force around the ball and some presence, and they went at the opposition. It was really good to see. They went at the senior players. But I think just the Hawks are just too clinical. They currently sit fifth on the ladder. I just think they'll get the job done coming off the bye. Then Saturday night, Collingwood v West Coast at Marble Stadium. So another home game for Collingwood at Marble Stadium. Let's not beat around the bush. Collingwood win that one, and they win that quite comfortably. There's not much more to say in that game, I don't think. Normally, I just don't think West Coast will put up much of a fight. You could be looking at a 50-point win on a Saturday night, which is not amazing to watch on a Saturday night. Now we go to Sunday, just 2 more games, and thank God this is the last round, as I mentioned, of the buys. I think Dimmer, what he gave to the umpires was a perfect example of what we think of the buys. Find me, AFL, I dare you. But I just think that's a perfect example of what we think of the buys. It drags on for too long, and it's ridiculous. Let's just get on with it now. Sunday, 3:20. Another game that we have to wait till 3:20. Oh, my God. And we have to wait for 3:20 for Richmond v Adelaide at the MCG. Crows just get this one done easily. Can't believe we have to wait till 3:20 p.m. for a game like that. It's an absolute joke. And then to end out the round, we got the Dockers v St Kilda at Optus Stadium. Now, the Dockers have been looking good since playing Luke Jackson as predominantly as a ruck, and Caleb Sarong's in some serious form. I'd like to highlight Shea Bolton, though. I thought he had a really good few weeks, but he's dropped off a little. I think this is a game where Shea Bolton really needs to take the game by the scruff of the neck and get back up to the form that we knew. He was having 21-3, 18-3. Last week, I think he only touched it 6 or 7 times, and it wasn't great. I think he's fallen off. I brought him in my personal Supercoach team, and ever since that, done that. So I just think he's one to watch. Obviously, the mix with Luke Jackson and Sean Darcy coming on, just when he needs a chopper, is working at the moment. I think Josh Tracy's fallen off a bit too. I'd love to see Josh Tracy get back into it. But the Dockers get this done quite comfortably. Let me click submit for my tips. My tips are in. So let's quickly go over who I've tipped. Thursday night, I've gone Port Adelaide. Bulldogs, Gold Coast, Hawthorn, Collingwood, Adelaide, and the Dockers. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my tips, previews, and predictions for the upcoming round 16 action of the footy. Thank you guys for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Turn the notification bell on so you don't miss an upload, and hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a like and comment. Turn on the notification bell. So you don't miss an upload. Hit that follow button. But most importantly, guys, please leave a 5-star rating, as that does help push the show out there. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I'll see you guys then.